Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Call Center Certified Trainer. In this video, we will be discussing about customer services, but before doing that, I'd like to thank you all my viewers who have been watching my video, who have been giving me very positive response because it seems like my work is getting paid when I get a positive response from someone who's taking advantage of these knowledge or training sessions, what I'm doing here. So thank you very much for giving such positive response. Let's begin. Today we will be discussing about customer services and how you can improve customer services skills. Generally, customer services calls have so much required knowledge which you have to have in yourself in order to properly assist a customer. So we are going to discuss about 10 important essentials which you need to have in yourself in order to become an excellent customer services rep. Let's begin. Number one, problem resolving attitude. That is very important. This is the key, because when you are speaking with the customer who's calling you, who's expecting excellent response, your attitude should be like you are there to help them. You are there to resolve any problem, any issue. So this is important. Whenever a customer is discussing their issue with you, you pay 110% attention. Even though if there are situations where you cannot resolve some matter, some problem, some issue for the customer, even in that case, you have to do something about that situation. You have to satisfy the customer. You also have to make sure that even something which are not in your guideline or company's guideline, explain them everything properly. Because if you cannot resolve a problem staying within the guideline, this becomes a question mark for the company. Now, problem resolving attitude is important, but at the same time you have to make sure you stay within the guideline of the companies. You have to give them the solution. You have to come up with something which satisfies the customer, but at the same time it is important to stay within the guidelines too. So but this, at least give them the idea that you are paying the full attention and you will try your best to come up with some solution. Patience is very important. A lot of time, customer services reps speak with the customer who is aggravated, who is not happy with the services, or probably they are not happy with something. But at least they are calling, complaining, and you are there to listen to them. So you have to be very patient when they are saying stuff, when they are explaining some situation. You have to listen to them very carefully, very properly. Make sure if they are showing the aggravation, it's not your job to show them any aggravation. It's not your job. Even your tone should not get changed. The positive start of the call is important. Of course, you're picking up the call by saying thank you for calling, then the company name. You have to make sure that you're showing the same tone towards the end of the call as well, even though if customer is not happy. Patience is very important. Do not get aggravated at any point with the customer. This is against the customer services general rules. So you have to be patient during the call, middle of the call or end of the call, but you should be patient during that call or every call. We have putting ourselves into customer shoe. What customer is going through in that particular situation, what customer exactly feeling about the situation. We cannot feel in the same way, but at least we should give it a try. We should try to feel the situation. This will help us to understand customer more closely, and if we are understanding the customer more closely, we have better chance to possibly do something about that situation. Sometime being a rep, if you are talking to a customer, there are things which are in your hand given by the companies management, but there are some of the things which are in supervisors or the manager's hand. So you have to speak with them, you have to talk to them about the situation and possibly do something about that. Feeling what customer is going through. Suppose if there's a customer who paid the money to get the services activated, somehow services was not activated, whether it's customer's fault or company's fault, and customer is calling back and asking for the money. Hey, you need to refund my money, I paid you the money, I did not get the services. They will be aggravated, they will be angry. So at that time, if the company policy is that you're not supposed to give a refund to the customer, even feeling what if customer is saying right, you have to speak with the management about that. You have to speak with the supervisor or the manager, and you know, feeling exactly what customer is going through, probably get that customer a refund for the money they already paid. So this is important. This is another important thing you have to keep in mind whenever you're talking to a customer. Try to feel what they are going through. Or we have been discussing about listening skills, but I'm actually exaggerating listening skills into this number 4 category, which is listening to every word what customer is saying. This is important, another important thing, because sometime when we are listening to the customer, sometime when customer is explaining us the stuff, explaining the situation, or explaining themselves, we are only catching the words, but we are not trying to get the feeling behind those words. So connecting with the customer, feeling what customer is trying to explain us exactly, that is very important, because this is the only way you can give them 100% quality in the customer services. If you're not paying attention to what they are saying, that means you will not pay attention to your answers, or you will not pay attention to what you are going to reply them. So listening skills are important, but pay attention to every word they are saying. Whatever they are explaining you, you have to listen to them properly. Explain. This is the only way to come up with some answer, come up with some suitable explanation about that particular case or situation. So make sure, pay attention to all the words which are coming out of customer's mouth. And remember one thing, between you and customer, the only connection is the voice connection. They are talking to you. So if you are, even if you are not paying attention to the words or stuff they are explaining, that means you are losing the last connection you have with the customer. So how are you gonna even get excellent quality in that call when you are not even paying attention to what customer is trying to explain to you?